Yo,
What's up?
what's going on, brother?
Nothing.
How are
Still
you?
driving the Blue Beacon.
Where are you?
Driving to the Blue Beacon. I'm at home, but I'm driving to the Blue
Okay,
Beacon to get the truck and the trailer washed.
got you, got
I
you,
just got it
got
back out of the. I just got the truck back out of the shop today.
you. Okay, all right. That's always good. 1 second here. Let's get this right. There we go. Thank you for being here, co-host of the final show of 2023. Do we have an echo? Is there an echo?
No, that sounds good.
Okay, cool, cool. Starting off good. Starting off good for the last show, 2023. Sounds good. Sounds good. We are streaming live on Facebook, X, and LinkedIn. Looks like.
Oh, I,
Go ahead.
I was going to tell you. I tried to mess around with the StreamYard. It won't let me start uh like a new feed or anything like that. I think
Really?
yeah, I think you have some stuff locked up because you gave me Brandy's old account.
Okay.
I think
I
there's
gotta
some
fix that.
stuff that you got. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to probably unlock some settings or something.
Okay. Sounds good. I will fix that. I will fix that. Let's see here. So I see here that Alex of Mother Trucker has some news here. I want to see what he's saying. Give me 1 second.
You need to access this new FMCSA portal.
I think this is new. I mean, it says 1229 on it.
Because if you don't, all your information from the last one is going to be erased, and you need to do this soon. So we'll get into today's video. Hopefully you guys are having a blessed day. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hopefully you found somewhere great to park. I waited all day for the FMCSA to give the speed limiter proposal because they said back in September that they were going to release that speed limiter number on December 29th. And if I'm looking at my fake watch here, today is December 29th. And so what they did last month is they actually released a maximum of 68 miles per hour, which got taken down. And now I was hoping for something, OIDA have stated before that they're talking anywhere between the range of 60 miles per hour and ATA up to 70 miles per hour. And so we're hoping for something good. Well, nothing has come up, so it looks like the FMCSA has dropped the ball once again. I've had truck drivers ask me, Alex, what is the speed limiter proposal? What will it be? Well, we do not have it, and then I started looking around.
No, they did. In any case, look, it is what it is on that speed limiter issue. We pretty much made our comments about that. We were privy to information on this speed limiter issue many months ago, way back in the summer. I think it was probably in like July, no, in August. And this is a dead issue. It was a can of worms that I think they wish they never opened. We were talking to people in Washington about this issue, and we were informed back in, I believe it was August, that this is a dead issue. So I don't foresee any news on this issue. It seems like dates are meaningless to the FMCSA and the DOT. So I just think they're trying to focus on more important issues that people really are concerned about, as far as that's concerned. So I thought it was some interesting news there, something breaking, but obviously there is nothing. Yes, hey, Nihilus, how are you? Happy New Year. Glad to see you. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. That goes for everyone out there. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because we will not be seeing you for the new year. So please, everyone, have a safe and healthy and happy new year. What's your take on that, Chris? This FMCSA speed limiter stuff.
Well, there's no surprise that they dropped the ball on it. They dropped the ball on everything. But yeah, I really don't think it's going to go through anyways. I don't see how it could go through.
We've made our feelings known about this issue, and moving on. More important issues to deal with going into the new year. We've got our dance card full as usual, and we're looking forward to 2024. We've got a bunch of new products that we're going to be rolling out, a bunch of new things we're going to be rolling out from top to bottom. We're very, very excited to announce our new insurance program that's going to be rolling out very early in the first quarter of 2024. So look forward to that. We've got a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be rolling out the first part of 2024. I don't know if you were able to catch the little snippet that I put in all of our, pretty much posted it on all of our social media platforms about our SRO that we are proposing. Were you able to catch that?
Yeah, I pass it around to other Facebook groups too, and TikTok.
What is it? Okay. I didn't get a chance to post it in TikTok. I usually do TikTok last, but what I've been getting, I posted it in the group earlier this month, a little snippet about it, and it got nothing but positive responses. I've been posting little things about it in our Facebook group, because that's where I post things mostly, just first, just to see how people feel about it before I roll it out to the general public. But everyone seems pretty positive on it. Everyone seems to like the idea. What was your feeling on that? What was your feedback on it that you got?
Yeah, I got a lot of positive feedback on it. Yeah, I mean, it seems like everybody loves the idea.
I definitely love it. I think it is an excellent idea, not because it is, it was Noah's idea, but I just think it is a great idea. And if anyone would like more information on what we are talking about, we are proposing a SRO, self-regulatory organization, to work alongside with the FMCSA and the DOT to regulate certain matters concerning the supply chain and trucking. more along the lines of financial issues that arise in the supply chain, but a broad spectrum of issues would be included in this SRO. I put a little information online about it on, what we have, what we're looking to do. It'll cover, of course, carriers, owner operators, brokers, factoring. We're thinking factoring, dispatchers, insurance, shippers, receivers, just all stakeholders in the trucking industry. We're looking to cover everything except safety. We will leave safety to the FMCSA. That is what they were put in place for. So the idea is to let them continue to focus on safety and let the industry regulate itself and focus on everything else and get this ship righted, corrected. And look, it looks good on the surface. And I think if it is structured correctly, and we believe it will be, it looks like it could be the answer. Trucking Industry Regulatory Authority, TIRA. What do you think about that?
I haven't
TIRA.
heard anything about that one. I haven't heard anything about that one. I've been busy the last couple of days.
That's the name of the SRO, Chris. TIRA.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yes.
Okay. I did read that. I don't remember anything on the TIRA.
These are the things, some of the things we will be working on. Of course, you also have the GOT Truckers Act, guaranteeing overtime for truckers. If you have not contacted your congressman or senator yet, your representative down in Washington about the GOT Truckers Act, please do. If you'd like more information on that, it is available in our group, Owner Operators No Authority, New Authority, NOAA, and we've got a ton of information online about the GOT Truckers Act. It does have bipartisan support, I think. There's a bunch of Democrats that have co-sponsored it. So we're looking forward to talking about that in the new year. So let's do a recap, I guess, of 2023. Our first year in operation. I think it was a success, but hey, that's just me. What's your thinking? Hey, Jamie, are you here? Are you there now? I guess he's not there yet. So, Chris, what is your thinking about our first year in operation?
I think we made some strides. Made quite a bit of strides, actually. We got some doors open.
I mean, I definitely agree, sir. I think we made some strides.
We definitely got DC looking into the industry. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And I couldn't be more happy and proud of the progress that we've made and the things that we accomplished our first year. I think we ended the year strong with our meetings with the White House supply chain disruptions committee and a bunch of other meetings that we had at the end of the year. I think were fruitful, and I couldn't be happier with the outcome. Let's see here. That's some of the things that we did last year. Yeah, as well. We met with the Commerce Department Advisory Committee on Supply Chain Competitiveness. And that bill, introduced by Senator Alex Padilla in the Senate, and I believe Jeff Van Drew in the House. I don't have the number for the House, but for the Senate, it is S.3273. S.3273 in the Senate. So please support that bill. Got Truckers Act, paying truckers overtime act, and we're trying to get some more legislation added, some more stuff added to that bill for owner operators as well. Jamie, are you there?
Yeah, my connection is not really good, y'all, but I'm here.
Cool, cool.
I'm on
The floor is yours, sir.
in Alabama. Well, you know,
Okay.
talking about the strides, talking about the strides that we've made this year. We for sure, if nothing else, have woken up a lot of people to the problems we have, the problems we're having. Uh, I actually went into a space tonight that's something that's new coming up. It's called Assemble X, and there's going to be one of these groups for everybody that's advocating in every state. Uh, Grassroots movement. I think it's going to be big. Started in Arizona, and it's going to be 50 of them by the time it's said and done. You know, I put out an X tweet today that I think really supports the need for an SRO, and I done a TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it, Mike, but check it out. I done a TikTok video today. It was an opportune time. That actually supports the need for an SRO and for these people to do their jobs. You know, quit kicking things down the road and address the problems we have to fix the problem. You know, and that's where we're at. Rates have been better this week. Rates have been decent this week. But you know, we can look for them to probably go back down. But even if they stay good, we got to stay focused on what we're doing because we can't let this happen again. And that's got to be the message. I don't care if it goes to $10 a mile. You know, it's only a matter of time before we're back in the bus cycle and end up right back in the same place we are right now. We got to fix it now, and we got to stay loud about it and not back off on it, because that's been the issue with these movements was started, and all this was started. Every time that the market got good, everybody got real quiet and forgot there was problems. And the only way we can solve it is to stay focused and move forward on the things that we've already got done and the things that we're doing. And I'll park it there, brother.
I mean, you're preaching. I mean, you know, you're totally right. You know, you can't, you know, fall back and think everything is all good, because we do not have control of our destiny at this point. Rates are good now, but they're not going to stay good. They're going to go right back down. And this has been going on too long. And we need to stay focused. Exactly what you said. Don't think that, you know, everything is fixed and it's all good now. It's not. It's not.
The problems, even if the rates get really good, Mike, the problems are still there. They're not going anywhere unless we fix them, bro.
As a matter of fact, the fact that the rates are up proves that there's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where we just, like I said, we have no control over our destinies. We have no control over what goes on, and we're the ones that are actually moving the freight. And that's wrong. And we need to stay vigilant, and we need to stay focused, and we need to keep pushing. This is not a time to take your foot off the gas. This is the time to push it down harder, because obviously we are making an impact. There is no real reason for why rates are going up right now, is my point.
Well, Mike, can I comment on that, brother?
They should have been up a month ago. You know, they should have been up 2 months ago. They should have been up as soon as the season started. You know what I mean? As soon as the holiday season started, rates should have been going up.
The rates should have never got to where they were, period. And in my opinion, they're still not quite right where they should be with the way the inflation is.
Well,
Oh,
this week alone, and let me put you some numbers out here. I figured my numbers today. I've run since Tuesday at about 9 p.m. I've run 1,854 miles at $7,900. That's 429 a mile. And I'll be back. I could be back at the house tonight on Friday night, Saturday morning, but I'll be there by around noon tomorrow. Now, the money is in these rates. We just got to get the people to realize it. Even before this took off and got good, I was running at what 387 a mile, loaded mile. So
right.
you know the money's there, man. The money is there. You just got to fight for it tooth and nail. You got to be hungry and you got to be patient and you got to tell them no. But yeah. So I don't know.
Hey
We
guys.
made a lot of progress. Been a great year, y'all.
Hey guys.
Go ahead,
So you
Jennifer.
guys. This is me on the outside looking in, and I'm sure there's people asking the same question. So I'm going to put it out there for you drivers. So if the rates are out there and the money's to be made, what happens to the loads that are shitloads out there? I mean, if everybody's, I mean, you're saying no to them, and I mean somebody's taking them. So I mean,
I mean,
No,
where
I've
what's
been
your
seeing
question?
loads sit on the load board all week, all this week.
What's your question, Jennifer?
so does that mean that the brokers then put more money into it, or the shippers put more money into it, or how do those loads get moved? I'm asking for those people that don't know what happens to loads out there that don't get moved, that don't get when you're telling them no, 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 and the load sits there all
The
week.
rates go up. The
They
rates
get
go up.
moved.
They
The
try
loads are
harder to
getting
get the
moved.
loads moved.
Okay, so
So let me go. Did you have more to add to
well, no,
that?
I just thought figured there's some people probably watching out there that have no idea what happens to loads that sit out there, and that maybe if we educate people on what happens when the load sits there, maybe more people will let the load sit so that it happens, naturally, and brings those rates
Well, Jennifer, you're absolutely correct. Thank you for bringing that up. You're totally 100% spot on that. For the people that don't know, if you say no to a load and people continue to say no to loads, brokers will have to adjust their rates upward to entice you to want to move these loads, because this is a bidding situation, right? So a smart person is not going to put their best rate out there first. They're going to try to stay, they're going to go low, and they're going to see exactly how much money they can put in their pocket by getting this load moved for as little as possible. So if you say no, and the next person that calls says no, and the next person that calls says no, and the next person that calls says no, eventually they're going to have to raise their rate up. Okay, well, no one wants to do this load for this low rate. I got to move it up. The problem in the past, as Jennifer pointed out, is that people don't seem to be negotiating for loads. They just keep taking the offer that's out there. Yeah, the guy puts it up for $1 a mile. Okay, I'll take it. It's almost like people don't know that this is a bidding type system. It's like, people are calling these brokers up as if they're responding to a job offer or something like that. It's a bidding process. You don't have to take the posted rate. You can hold out for a higher rate. So Jennifer's exactly right, and thank you for bringing that up, Jennifer.
I mean, we get in a cycle a lot of times where we know what we're talking about. We forget to educate those that may not know, which a lot of times those are the people that are causing some of the issues because nobody ever told them. So I thought I should use this as an opportunity for anybody that may be watching us that doesn't know that this is how it works. Hey, this is what happens when you leave a load sit.
Well, it's also important to point out that this business is it has a lot to do with relationships, and one of the ways you get a broker to respect you is by saying no. A broker doesn't respect you because you're a yes. You say yes to everything. As a matter of fact, they lose respect for you.
It's sort of like easy
consider
women.
you stupid. Well, I'm not going to touch that one.
I was just saying, you already
Well,
respect my
that's
saying no.
exactly right, Mike. Check this out, man. You're exactly right, and let me explain to people why. these brokers have you on the computer. When they ask for your MC number, they pull that up and they see, okay, well, this guy has been running these loads at 225 a mile. They know you're willing to take that 225 a mile. They're going to stick hard at that 225 a mile. Versus if you're moving at $354 a mile, they're going to pull it up. They need that truck. This load I just delivered in Atlanta paid $4,000 from Mount Pleasant, Texas. Okay. Bro calls me and he's like, I need a truck. Okay. Well, I just got empty. I just delivered a load for you. You know that. What do you need? He tries to send me to North Carolina. I said, no, I'm not interested in going to North Carolina. I said, what else you got? He says, well, I got a Jacksonville, Florida. I said, no, I'm not going to Jacksonville, Florida. He says, well, I've got a McDonough, Florida that I can pay you some good, Georgia. I said, I'm really not wanting to go to Georgia, man. You ain't got nothing shorter, regional. Well, I really need some help, man. And I'm like, dude, I really don't want to go there because the last time I ended up over there, I ended up dead heading home out of there because I had got a good rate over here, couldn't get nothing back. He's like, man, I promise you when you get there, I've got a lot of freight right now. He says, I will get you back to Texas. I said, what are you trying to do, man? He says, give me a price. So I hit him at $4,500. I said, look, man, I don't want to go over there. I'll do it for $45. He said, come on, man, help me out a little bit here. And this is one of my brokers I work with regularly. So I tell him, I said, look, man, I don't want to go over there. I done told you that I'm tired. I'm right here at the house. I was going to spend another night in my bed. If I could find something running short, I was going to take it. Well, I really need this load delivered. Okay. He says, well, can you do it for $4? I said, look, dude, since it's you, send it. I'll do it for $4. But you better have me a backhaul when I get over there because I'm not trying to stay over in Georgia for New Year's. All right. So I took the $4,000 load over there on 743 miles. Turned around and come back on a 2,200 load straight back to Texas, taking me 2 days to run these loads. And it's because I stick to my guns. So when you tell that broker your MC number and they pull your information up on their website, on their database, it tells that broker what you're willing to take. If you ever go low on a load, they're not going to go above that after that. You can forget it. You've doomed yourself. You need to keep that in mind, and you need to think about that as you're booking these loads. What you do today will affect what you can do tomorrow. It's important that people realize that.
Right. Jamie, very good point. I hope people are taking notes. It's okay to take notes. Look, and it's also okay to admit that you don't know everything. I don't know everything. And when I talk to people like Jennifer, Jamie, Chris, many others, Blake, I learn something every day. So, listen, it's okay. Take some pointers. You'll see. It's okay to say no. Politely.
Just say no, kid.
Politely decline. I really do appreciate it, but it's a little too low for me, but thanks. Maybe we could work together in the future. Thank you. You know what I mean? It's polite. You know what I mean? It's okay. Let me go to some of these comments, and then I want to go to this text that was sent to me just now. I did not see this, so I just put it on the screen for everyone. Maybe Jennifer could read it. But 1 second here. For whatever reason, there's a lot more loads per trucks all over. It's been trending that way all month. I hope it's not just because people are home for the holidays. Most likely that's what it is, but let me not shut my mouth. It's the end of the year. Let's go. Watch that lady. What's that lady's show? She's always, every time she does that, it's like it's the end. When she does that, let's go. Are you ready? Let's go. Like, why are you doing that? Just don't do that, and I'm cool. Good to see you all, and good to see Noah live. Yes, thank you. Good to see you too as well. I can't see you, but it is good for you. Good that you're here. Russian company. You said that, not me. So I will. Okay. K and B transport need investigation race. K and B transport need investigation. Who is K? You know what? Okay.
They're a mid-sized carrier.
Brokers exploit new MCs on lowball rates, as many established brokers do not work with new MCs at all. Look, I've got nothing against being new. We all have to start somewhere, but you are correct on that one. That's a mic drop. It is what it is. Jennifer, would you like to read this text here? I mean, it actually is pretty interesting. Can't hear you.
Just got the official numbers from the Nebraska State Police. Hang on, put my headset on. Let me put this headset back on. Hang on. That way I get the whole feeling here. Hang on. I'm sorry, I got to switch back to my headset here. Okay, now we got it. All right. Just got the official numbers back from Nebraska State Police. There were 540 weather-related accidents during the blizzard, including 210 commercial vehicles with 3 separate pileups: York, Kearney, and Hastings. Of the 210 commercial vehicles, 18 were Amazon Prime trucks, I specifically asked, and 100 were single vehicle OTR companies, and the rest were major carriers. Of the 210 drivers, 170 were not U.S. born. Nebraska State Police couldn't give me the countries of origin. This equates to 89% foreign and 11% U.S. crash ratio. Keep up the good work, FMCSA.
All I could say is, wow.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, all I can say is, wow. Hey, you want to know something? You want to know what's really messed up about all of this? That 89% is going to jack up everyone's insurance rates. Oh my God. Oh boy.
I'm sure that insurance isn't allowed to ask your origin and nationality before they quote you a rate.
Right. Hey, Jamie, did you read this?
Hey, can I point something out here really interesting? So
I'd really love for you to.
18 mega carriers. What would say 179?
Well, it was 18 Amazon Prime trucks.
Okay, 18 Amazon.
And
what was
100 were single vehicle over the road
owner operated, and 79 of them was foreigners. See, that tells you the story right there, right?
No, it says 89% foreign.
Hey,
okay.
Jamie.
Wow.
Mr. Anderson, we already knew this story, right?
Well, let me tell you something about it. That's
this
the ones
is not news to us.
That stuff up to the Northeast is cheap. That's the ones that's moving that cheap rate. You get what you pay for, right?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look, none of this is news to us. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's even news to the government. I don't think anybody's surprised.
So I just wanted to throw something out there really quickly, and that was that I was told today that these pileups wouldn't happen if everybody had CB radios in their truck.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point.
There would be a lot less, yes.
I'll let Chris field that one, and then I'll shuck it over to Jamie. And go ahead, Chris.
Hang on, Chris, before you go. That's one of the points from one of our alliance members, that alliance partners, that they were wanting that CB radios mandated for every truck.
Chris,
I agree with it. I've got one in my truck.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie?
Oh yeah, I'm running my CB. I run my CB religiously. Now think about this. CBs should be required in trucks because if you have to work an accident, it says in the literature the first thing you're supposed to do is get on your CB and holler out to inform other drivers that there's an accident. If you're a first responder, that's the first thing you're supposed to do before you get out of your truck is get on your CB and let others know that there's an accident. So, I mean, that's something we could probably go at. But I think if it was speed limiters in that situation, it would have been worse because all them trucks would have been bunched up. It might have been 500 trucks.
I mean, that is a lot of trucks. That is a lot of accidents. I am shocked, and I am also equally shocked at these numbers here. This
Or
equates to
even the
89.
automatic braking system.
This equates to 89% foreign to 11% U.S. crash ratio. Um, Definitely some serious numbers here. Something to think about. Although we've been saying this for the better part of a year now, that it is an issue, and you know, I hope that moving forward into the new year, people actually listen to what we're saying and not so much as to, how we're saying it. You know what I mean? I've been getting a lot of comments about, our delivery and our approach. And, I want everyone to please remember that this is trucking, and we are not in, suits and ties. We're not in offices. We are truckers, and we express ourselves the way we express ourselves. There's no malice behind what we say. It's just what needs to be said. And something like this is a perfect example of what we've been saying the better part of this year, among other things. So reflecting back on 2023, this everyone knows this pretty much all started with JB Hunt and a group of owner operators deciding to put our foot down and not be forced by JB Hunt to have to carry loads for no money, little to no money. Which spilled over into TQL, CH Robinson, and a bunch of other mega brokers being boycotted, and the creation of NOAA. And, looking back on it, we've come a long way. We've made a lot of good relationships. MAGA Mission, Marlin, a lot of other people. We formed our alliance. We've made a lot of moves in Washington, and we're very proud and happy of all of the advancements we made. Chris, I'm going to lob that up. Actually, let me give it to Jennifer. Jennifer, we lost Jamie, so you take it from here.
What am I taking? What are we doing?
Looking back at 2023.
Yeah, I mean, we can only go up from here, I hope. If we get any worse, I mean, we're just going to be destitute and we're not going to have anything left. I mean, it can only go up from here. It gets to a point when you're so far in the toilet, you can only go up.
Which is true. Which is true. Which is true. I mean, it could have gotten a lot worse. Thank God it didn't.
The worst we've seen the rates. It's the worst we've seen the fraud. It's the worst we've seen the identity theft. It's the worst that we've seen performances from, some of our government offices. But they did turn around at the end of the year, I'll say, and they've been coming around to help now. But I mean, in the beginning of the year, it was horrible. So let's give them some props for what's happened. But I'm just saying it was the worst that I'd ever seen it, and at least they did start to come around here at the end and are working with us some. Because if not, I mean, I don't know where we'd be.
Jennifer, you're totally right. And I've been saying that too ever since November. You know what I mean? When we announced the nationwide shutdown, and we got contacted by the Department of Transportation.
Better late than never. Sometimes they need an eye opener, but at least they did start to come.
In the beginning of the year, it was totally, they were totally ignoring us. But around the time when James Lamb reached out to us and asked us to help him with the transparency issue and the FMCSA back in, I believe it was around the end of March or the middle of March, I noticed that they were softening up a little bit. And, I agree. I agree with you, Jennifer. I take my hat off to, the DOT and, the FMCSA for working with us, and I think they realized that kicking the issue down the road until next October was probably not the best idea. And I want to say there was a lot of people in Washington that stepped up to the plate, congressmen and senators that stepped up to the plate and backed us on this issue. Our people down in Washington lobbied hard and made many phone calls and face-to-face meetings about this issue. And I agree with you. Like I said, Jennifer, you have to give credit where credit is due. They did step up to the plate, and this ruling on brokers with the financial responsibility thing and transparency and all that stuff. Look, credit is deserved where it's due. You have to give credit to them. You're right. Christopher, go ahead, sir.
I really ain't got nothing on that. I will say this. I've got a buddy that had a really good relationship with the broker at Integrity, and he would actually let my buddy know whenever the upper management required 60% of the loads. And not only that, he told my buddy also, a broker always has at least $1,000 more into that load every time, if not more.
That's very interesting, sir. Wow. That article, that post on the accidents was from Blake. Just want to get that out there. Jennifer, which box are you in? The one with the living room or the one with nothing?
No, I left the living room. I'm in the mobile.
Okay, let me pick that from the
Kick me
studio.
off. Yeah.
And Chris, if you have any, the thing with me, it's like when you talk to these people and they say this is all they have at the load. It's funny because they really look. I get it. It's sales, right? It's weird because they think you believe them. You know what I mean? And
Right.
You're totally right, bro. I mean, you know it. You know what I mean? If you have any experience in this business and you know how shippers work and how brokers work and all that stuff, they got more. They've got a lot more in these loads than they're saying they have, and especially if they're smaller. If they're smaller and they're working with less volume, they're going to try to suck as much, meat off the bone as they can. You know what I mean? That load is their day. You know what I mean? The larger companies, yeah, you understand. They're working on volume. You know what I mean? It is what it is. They're moving loads all day long. But these little guys, never believe them when they tell you that's all they got in the load. They got a lot more.
Integrity is not a small brokerage either. They're pretty good size.
They're garbage.
They are
garbage.
They are. He was actually one of the good ones that was there, and they actually they demoted him.
He must.
They demoted him, and then they finally fired him.
Yeah. It's like Spot Freight, right? Last year, right before Christmas, Spot Freight fired all the women in the company. All the women they fired, and then promoted all the men. It was crazy. You know what I mean? Brokers are they're weird. But in any case, we're not going to touch that one tonight. Look, I only want to do this for an hour tonight. I want to have a quick show. I'm not staying on longer than an hour or so. We're going to get ready to shut this one down. This is the last show of 2023, and we'll be back. When are we gonna? Hold on a second. What is it? Tuesday? Give me a damn second. Give me a hot second.
It'll be Wednesday the 3rd. We'll be back on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday the 3rd. Jennifer is right. We will be back on Wednesday the 3rd. And Amy. And so, looking back on it, man, we've made so many new friends, and, we've got so much more extended family now. Remember, everyone, we're going to be at the Trucking Show February 23rd and 24th in Fort Lauderdale. And we will be at Matt's for the first time, March 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Hopefully, we'll be rolling out our new NOAA magazine, the National Owner Operators Association magazine. Hopefully, that'll be ready. And also, please, if you have not looked into the NOAA branded fuel card, please take a look at that, the NOAA fuel card, and all of our other products that we have available to our members. Mr. Anderson, we lost you for a second, but I'm glad you're back.
I'm having I was having connectivity issues. I'm pulled into a rest area now. I'm shut down for the night. I'll go home in the morning. My wife's got to work tomorrow anyway, so ain't no rush.
Got you. And yes, Niall, is February. I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me. February 24th and 25th, the Florida Trucking Show in Fort Lauderdale. I hope I have that correct. Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, Jamie, you brought up something earlier, the SRO that we are proposing. Chris and I have been floating the idea in certain groups. I did not see your post on TikTok. I will check it out. I did see your post on Facebook, though, I think. And it's gotten a lot of positive responses, and I think it's a good thing. And Jennifer?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It happens. So yeah, Jamie, we have been floating this around now. We've been sitting on it since last spring, actually. And we decided that this year it's going to be our primary focus to float the idea in Washington and see if we can get some support behind it. Go ahead. You have the floor, sir.
Talking to me?
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds good, and we've set the stage for it because we showed the failures of DOT and FMCSA that they're not capable of handling the workload of safety, much less all the other stuff that's going on. So I believe we set the stage proper. A lot of people might think that we come up here and we started this and we've been throwing darts at a board and just going wherever the wind blows. Folks, there's been a plan from the start. I mean, we've been working through this methodically for almost a year now, and the plan, it hasn't changed. The plan is still the same. I mean, we've added a few things, but the base plan that we have is solid, and I believe that it's the way to go. And we had to set the stage to be able to get where we needed to be. I mean, we've had to be real loud and boisterous and attack things at a level to be able to get it out and get the message out and get us to where we needed to be, to now where we can back off and come at it with a more level head. I mean, we've been angry because we've been victimized and taken advantage of out here. There's no doubt about it. But it's time to back off and not back off on what we're doing, but back off on the, maybe like you said, the heated stuff that we had been doing, and come at it from a business approach. And a squeaky wheel don't get the grease. The squeaky wheel always gets the grease, y'all. This is what we know. The squeaky wheel always gets the grease, man. If it starts squeaking, you're going to grease it. So we've been squeaking, and it's paid off. It's done what we intended for it to do. But don't think we come up here haphazardly doing what we do. This has been a plan. We strategize, and our strategies are solid, and it's working. So that's important.
And we appreciate you, sir. You are exactly correct. Yeah, we were. Look, I think everyone was angry in the spring, and everyone was yelling and screaming at everyone else. So we've made our point, and now it's time to get focused and everyone to band together and start to learn, start to work together. That's it. Ignacio Romero, welcome, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ignacio. I've known Chris for a little bit. I was trying to catch up with you guys over at the last truck show in Ontario. That's where I met him. Just a little bit about myself. I've been an owner-operator for the past 27 years. I'm the moderator for the Truckers Past and Present page. So we've been on this page for a few years already. I've been watching you guys from a distance. Interesting what you guys are doing. My respects to you guys. I know as an owner operator and for the history of associations, there's not a good reputation about it. Of course, we all know that there's nobody fighting for owner operators ever since the regulation. I believe just like myself, a lot of us are just standing on the side to see if you guys are legit or not. What is your vision? What are your plans besides transparency with the contracts from TQL, for example?
Right. So Ignacio, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You are the admin for Truckers of Past, Present, and Future. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you have 434,000 members. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And then the other one is iTruckers. That's a little bit over 200,000 members as well.
Wow.
Yes, sir. It's two platforms where they're very active and they have a little history on them already. And I'm an owner operator, so when I ran into your page, it caught my attention because to me it was strictly owner operator, something that I haven't seen in a while.
Right. Well, our thing is we are a trade group, right? So we have the way we've structured our association is we are here to help owner operators. So we have about 35 different services that members can use in order to maintain their businesses, grow their businesses, and be able to help their businesses. We have everything from legal services to fuel cards to factoring to brokerage services, dispatching services, compliance services if you get caught in an audit, if you get a ticket you need to try to fight, if you have to deal with data queues, things like that. We have trailer rental and leasing services. We've got insurance. We've got an insurance division, a full insurance division to help you get insurance. We also do advocacy. So we have an office down in Washington. We have our own lobbyists, and we are down in Washington actually daily, every day, lobbying Congress for to protect the rights of owner operators. So yeah, we are. I feel we're legitimate. I mean, I don't know what everyone else feels. I know what some people out there feel. They feel we're grifters and charlatans and scammers, but that's okay. But that's pretty much our mandate. That's what we do. We have all of those services available for members. We do debt collection. We're fighting for transparency, which I believe we won. And now we're trying to create an SRO, a self-regulatory organization, so we can regulate ourselves. And this is what we're going to be working on in the new year. So yes, I do know that you were down at the California Trucking Show. We were at the Texas Trucking Show before that. We're going to be at the Florida Trucking Show in February, and we're also going to be at MATS in March, and then Texas and California again. So yes, that's what we do.
We also got a heavy emphasis on education. If somebody's got a problem, we're always available. All they got to do is call or contact us, and we'll try to walk them through it. You know, the big deal I feel is that, you know, not one of us alone could do what we do. Working through the collective of the experience of the owner operators, small carriers, company drivers, lease drivers, they're all there. But working through the experience of all of it, we've got what we need to help people be successful if they'll listen. And but we're here for to educate as well. All they got to do is reach out if they got a problem, and if I don't know the answer, I send them to somebody that does. That's the way we work. It's about the men and women sitting in the seat, sir.
I believe you guys have the freedom to speak freely, right? If I
Sure.
may, because I've been hearing you guys put it out there, honest questions, honest answers, right? I'm gonna throw some at you guys to see if you guys thought about it. Back in the '80s when I first started, uh, most of the drivers, owner operators, fleet owners were majority white. And back then, when it was the majority white, which is I believe still is, but I'm talking about in the '90s, 90%, 95%. And after deregulation, if owner operators were with the same culture, the same citizenship, the same language, and yet they could not unite to make a difference or impact the industry. What do you guys believe we can do now with so much diversity?
In my opinion, I believe the diversity can only help. If people actually were willing to commit to fixing the industry and making the supply chain stronger, I believe the diversity can only help. You are obviously from Latin descent, and that's a good thing. I'm sure you're bilingual and you have almost 30 years worth of experience that you bring to the table. So, diversity could only help. I realized that before deregulation, the industry was primarily white and they pretty much controlled everything. That's actually one of the success stories of deregulation, right? It opened up the industry for a lot of people. People like me, people like yourself, people like Chris probably wouldn't have been able to get into this business before 1980. So that was one of the success stories of the Motor Carrier Act of 1980. As a matter of fact, it was probably the only success story from an owner operator standpoint of that act. I believe the diversity, because of that, I believe diversity could only make this stronger. We at the National Owner Operators Association look for everyone's input. The color of your skin, where you are from, is not relevant to me anyway. I'm half black and half white. My mother was African American. My father was Russian. So I personally do not care where you hail from as far as that is concerned. I care about what you bring to the table. I care about your ideas. And maybe we
Yeah.
can work together and maybe we can't. But at the end of the day, we will part as friends and respect each other. And, maybe there'll be other opportunities for us to work together. But I believe everybody has something to offer. Everybody has something to bring to the table. Whether you are black, white, Indian, Asian, male, female, gay, straight, I don't care. Everyone has something to offer and bring to the table. So that is what I could say to that. The diversity is a good thing.
But we got diversity in our group here in the admins. I mean, Mike's half black, Chris is Neanderthal. I'm white, obviously.
Chris is a
I love,
Viking.
yeah, I love you, Chris. But also, here's what you've got to understand: we're not only working with groups in America. We're international, brother. We got people in Brazil, we got people in India, Pakistan, all over that are valued members that we work with that contribute greatly to the things that we're doing. So we are very diversified, inclusive. Not we don't shun nobody. We're inclusive.
I would
And that
couldn't
would
with
caught
the
my
straight face.
attention from you guys.
I'm sorry, Ignacio.
When I was there at the booth, I seen that diversity, and I like what you guys have going. Now, let me ask you guys some, because it seems like you have all the resources. So what's stopping you guys from taking over the market, at least making a little dent into it, having a brokerage, having the capacity, and having the experience? What's stopping you guys from taking over accounts, if I may ask?
That's a good question. And what I will say is the only thing that is stopping us from doing that is, first of all, we don't have as much resources as we would like. We don't have the resources as much as we'd like. And it was funny because Raphael sent me a thumbs up as soon as you said that, with a smiley face. We're new. We still are new. This is our first year, and we are getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We need to expand our management team. Although we have 35 different services, many of these divisions are manned by 1, 2, 3, 5 people. We need, as far as the broker division is concerned, we really need to expand that out. And we're going to be working on that this year. The resources are not there the way we need them to be in order to expand many of these divisions. Like the carrier division, you've got the two only people really that are managing the carrier division right here on this show, me and Jamie. We're still pretty new, and many of the divisions that we have right now, we're still building. And one of them is the broker division, and we're working on it. And as we grow, as time goes on, it will grow, and we will be able to capture some nice market share, as you suggested. But we do need manpower. In order to do that, you do need manpower. I mean, TQL isn't TQL because they got 100 guys. TQL is TQL because they got 9,000 employees in 56 offices in 26 states. That's why TQL is TQL. They've got almost 10,000 man force behind them. We don't. We've got pretty much what you see every night on the show and other platforms. So, but we're not 23 years old either. We're a year old. We're getting there. As time goes on, we grow. We bring in more people. People like, we make relationships. People like yourself, and others. That's how it starts. You know what I mean? So we will get there. We have made some inroads.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
One of the biggest things that I saw in your group or in your platform is, if it's truly a national owner operator association, if you really intend to give it to the owner operators, why not give them the responsibility or the opportunity to invest in it and also profit from it? In other words, I myself as an owner operator, it hits home, right? We had the sweat, the years, the events missed, the tears on the steering wheel. But when you're gonna have a project, for example, let's say, okay, look, we're gonna put the carrier department together, and is anybody willing to donate? Me myself as an owner operator for a vision for a project, I'm willing to donate 50, $100. If you time it times 1,000, you have enough resources to get professionals to get the carriers together. And the only other loop that you have is the financing, right? Instead of using the factoring, if you can finance your own loads while they pay you in the 30, 60, 90, that's where the key is. But you have the platform with the carriers. Let's say, for example, if it was truly owner operator association, I will put my 3 trucks with you right away, because if you are getting these loads directly with transparency on your profit per load, and if you paying, let's say even a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever you're willing to manage, I don't see anything stopping you guys, because the hardest thing is capacity. We all know this. They want the 50, 100, 200, 500 trucks. You have them. If this is truly owner operator, and if they believe in you, like I believe in you guys. I haven't seen you guys enough, but I believe in you guys. But of course, there's suspicion, because nobody has been able to pull it through. Not the Teamsters, not OIDA, nobody, the TA, nobody has really been there for the owner operators. So there's a lot of trust issues. But I myself, with the passion that you guys have, I believe if you have a vision for owner operators, invite the owner operators to invest in their own group, in their own team, in their own brotherhood. At the same time, when you invest 50, $100, it's gonna be thousands of dollars for you to manage this money, for the owner operators to be able to bring some bread home, but with transparency, with love and respect in brotherhood. That's what I've seen in your group. I don't know if I'm way off, or I don't know if I'm close to what your vision is, but I don't see what's stopping you guys from doing this.
Well, you're right on, brother. Can I say something, Mike?
Yeah, real quick, I want to say that he is definitely right on, and that was and is still the vision of Noah since inception. What we realized was when we start getting into asking owner operators to invest in the association, it has to be done correctly. We can't just ask Ignacio. We were getting, I think anyone who was in this group in the beginning remembers what we saw. We saw people texting us, emailing, what's your cash app? What's this? What's that? We want to send you some money. Send me your wiring instructions. This, that, did that. No, nope, nope. I kept telling, nope, nope, nope. Don't send nothing. Nope, don't do it. Don't, nope, nope. We want to make sure everything is done correctly. We've only been here for a year, less than a year. This is our first year, and we haven't even completed it yet. We're now in our, I believe this is our third quarter. We're getting there. And when we are ready to ask people to invest in their future and invest in the association, we're going to make sure it is correct. And it is going to be along the lines of what you just described, which was our original vision. People being able to use this association to get something out of it later on down the road. Make an investment in this association and this unity and get something out of it later on down the road. So you have something to retire. Yes, that is our vision. But like anything else, it has to be done correctly. And I believe that the reason why we're still here and we're going to be here is because we're not rushing to get everything done right now and do it wrong. We're making sure that everything is done correctly. So yes, I do agree with you. And I appreciate your support and I appreciate your words. Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on that. Our motto is all in or nothing, and that's truly where we're at as a group. Uh, all for one, one for all. You know what I mean? where you go, I go. Where I go, you go. We run into a brick wall early because of insurance. I mean, we all, if you're an owner
Oh,
operator, you know how insurance is. So we had run into a brick wall, uh, and it's been hard to get over, but we just got over it. So I believe if the carrier would have been established sooner, we would be a lot further as far as the brokerage for right now than where we're at. Okay, but Mike is correct. I mean, you can get in a hurry and run the gravy. You know what I mean? Um, I've been in this. We've been doing this a long time, brother. And people have called us scammers. They've called us grifters. They said this. We're going to destroy the industry. I mean, if this is grifting, I'm a terrible grifter because I've done nothing but spend money out of my own pocket in the last year. Never made a dime off of it. I'm an awful grifter. Uh, but it's about doing it. You get in a hurry, you can do it the wrong way. Take your time and do it the right way, and that's where we're at. It's only up because one thing about us, we're tenacious. We're not giving up. We're not stopping. Where all these other people have broken apart and stopped, we work together as a cohesive unit. When we make decisions, generally it's everybody involved in the decision making process to try to move us forward because everybody's got their own ideas and different things that they're pursuing. Like me, I'm an operations guy. Okay. Um, Everybody's got their own track. My major thing is operations. I've moved into advocacy, which is somewhere I never in my life thought I would be, but I've figured out that I'm pretty good at it. But that's where we're at, brother. But it's all in or nothing. Believe that in your heart. We're all about bettering the industry for the men and women doing the job, brother. And that's the whole basis of what we are and what we're doing. And I'll park it there, brother. Hey, I love your group, by the way. I've been in there for a long time, so.
he's got almost 500,000 people in his group, man. I didn't even know that. When Chris told me he ran into him at the show. Chris told me he ran into him while Chris was at the show. And we were talking, and I was like, yeah, all right, cool. And he said he was going to come on the show, and I just never heard from him. That's why I was shocked to see him just pop in right now. So it's cool. But yeah, man, he's got like 500,000 people almost in his group. It's incredible. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been talking to.
Go ahead. Ignacio, another thing that's held us back is the media, all the media, every bit of it, put us on a media blackout because they didn't like
You're breaking
our
up,
approach.
Jamie.
Tell me about the media, Mike.
Yeah. We were on a blacklist and stuff like that. But Jamie, you're right. But the truth is that the first thing you said is the real reason. Like, you can't put trucks on the road without insurance. You know what I mean? And we found out very early in this that was going to be a problem, and it did. It became a problem. And it became a problem that a lot of people didn't know about. We ended up signing a contract with an insurance company that we shouldn't have signed for the association, and it went south pretty quickly, and we weren't able to grow the carrier division. And because we couldn't grow the carrier division, we really couldn't focus on the broker division. So we got stopped out right after we started. We tried to continue on with the broker and the load board and everything, but Raphael got overworked. So this year we were able to kind of get over that hurdle, but insurance is a major issue. That's why we're going to be focusing on lobbying in Washington to try to fix the insurance industry, because the commercial insurance industry it's rogue. It's rogue. And I've been furious all year because, we couldn't get a reasonable policy that would support the amount of truckers that we were going to bring on. I mean, you're talking about probably a lot. I mean, I couldn't put a number on it, but you're talking about a lot of people that want to run for the association. I mean, you're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trucks. You know what I mean? People that have expressed interest in having the National Owner Operators Association on the side of their door. And, insurance companies were just giving us the business. And finally, I had to pull the plug, and I threw my hands up in the air and I said, you know what? We're not going to wait. So we're going to keep moving on. So to answer your question, Jamie is right. That was the problem. And we ran into that problem shortly after we started. No insurance company wanted to touch a fleet the size that we were going to bring. And
Correct me.
we're still.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but when we actually had to shut down where we was going with the carrier division to build out the broker, we already had what? I mean, well over 1,000, maybe 2,000 trucks signed up on RMIS, correct?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're totally right. Like, I mean, every time someone joined the association, we had them sign up for RMIS. So when we had the loads ready, they would already be ready to take them. And, it was one of those things where we just got stopped out. But, you raise a very good point. I mean, anything in this business can be solved with money, Ignacio. But we just did not want to go to the group at this time and ask them, especially with the environment the way that it is, and ask them to invest in the association right now. But that doesn't mean things might not change very soon down the road. We've got other avenues and we've got other things that we're working on to tackle that issue. And we feel that we've tackled it to a certain point. So if anyone out there is interested in leasing on to the association and moving their trucks over to the association, we do currently have our authority active again. It went active, I believe, on a couple of days ago. We signed the new policy, and it is active. And if anyone is interested in leasing on, I think I lost my camera. Did I lose my camera? Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You did.
I don't know what happened, but I just lost my. Give me a second. Is it back on now?
It's back.
Yep.
I think I got hacked. We do actually have the ability as of now to bring trucks onto the National Owner Operators Authority, National Owner Operators Association Authority. So what Ignacio just suggested, we do have the ability to do that now. Yeah. And our plan, Jamie and I spoke about this a couple of months ago. Our plan is to become the largest carrier in the country. And I believe that even now we have the ability to do that. We're only held back by insurance, Ignacio. So, it's one of those things. If the insurance company says, look, 100 trucks, that's the limit. 200 trucks, that's the limit. There's nothing we can do. We went to them and we said, listen, we want to put 500, 1,000 trucks on day one. And they said, what are you, crazy? No.
So first of all, I want to apologize for not coming on and joining you guys when Chris says that I was going to. I'm a night driver and I have a direct account, and they've been keeping me busy. So when I was up waiting for the time, and I just knocked out of my truck. So I apologize. That's my fault. And I was waiting, and I passed out in the half hour before the show. So my apologies. But Chris was right. I was waiting to go on live with you guys, but thank you for the invitation. Now, as far as the insurance, if correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there a bond or wasn't there a bond how mega carriers operate where they don't have to have $1 million per truck, but a fleet. Back in the days, that's the way it was. They would cover the whole fleet, but not necessarily $1 million insurance each. Now, it's been a long time I dug up into the insurance. What is the up-to-date mega carriers? What are they putting on the table to insure themselves? that is a major disadvantage to us that have to pay this have you investigated what are the mega carriers putting up for insurance now?
That's an excellent question, sir. And yes, we have an insurance consultant. Actually, we are working with someone with over 38 years worth of insurance experience, and they are consultants, and they have been advising us on our insurance needs and insurance situation. We have contracted with them, and they handle our insurance. Yes, Matthew, Mr. Kane from Right Load is watching, and yes, it is. They do. They have made suggestions for to us to create a captive or a form of captive. They've made other suggestions to us, and they are pretty cool. And that's the reason why we're moving forward the way we're moving forward right now. So the answer to your question, Ignacio, is yes, there are things that we can do, and it's difficult to say what the number is now as far as that's concerned. I can tell you that it is doable. It's not some extraordinary number that's so high it's not doable. It is doable, in my opinion, especially with the amount of membership that we have and the amount of trucks that we could bring on. It absolutely is doable. Does it happen overnight? No, it doesn't, because these people need information. They need to understand what kind of risk we bring. And to answer your question, Matthew, it's not really a question, but we have to provide information. I wasn't planning on getting into this right now on the last show of the year, but we need to be able to provide underwriters with risk information for the group. And we are putting all of that together now. And Matthew, I would love to talk to you about that. And if you'd like to assist, we'd love to talk to you. As you know, we talk to everyone. Let me put this up here really quick, because Matthew deserves to get his company shout out. Matthew is the CEO of Right Load. Matthew Kane. I like his name because his name is my son's name. My son's name is Kane, so I'm partial to that name, my baby, last one. There is a load board that exists for carriers. Just a subtle reminder, we are coming soon. So if you have not heard about Right Load, check out Right Load. I don't know the website. I'm going to go ahead and say it's www.rightload.com. Hopefully that's right. But
there's an app on the App Store, Mike, that you can download the app off the App Store. Right Load, RITELOAD. I am signed up, and I just got my insurance information to him, and I'm excited about it.
Cool. So yes, check out Right Load. And Matthew, yes, let's talk. We will chop it up and talk about that. So Ignacio, I hope I answered your question somewhat. I'm sorry, I can't give you numbers because there just isn't any. It all depends on the amount of trucks that you bring on and what the individual states are going to require you to put up for the first year's worth of potential losses. So there's a lot of numbers there. Go ahead, Jamie.
I want to express something here, and you know, the government give Yellow $750 million as a bailout. They got stuck for $750 million. What kind of help do we get from the government? The government hasn't done anything for us, 95% of the industry, small carriers and owner ops, nothing. they could have took that money with like us and invested it. We could have built out our carrier, took care of all that, built a proper load board, and probably
Well,
been the biggest trucking company in America right now. Yeah, but the
well,
government's
Jamie.
not about helping us, right? They're about putting us out of
Jamie.
service.
Well, Jamie, that wouldn't be the capitalist thing to do now, would it? So we got to keep it capitalist here. We're not. They're not going to help us with that. I agree, though. If you can give Yellow $700 million, that corporate welfare, you can do the right thing by owner operators. But Ignacio, you wanted to say something. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Well, as far as this mess that we have in the market with brokers and transparency and all this, I have a friend that's dealing with general contracting, and as I was talking to him over the weekend, this past weekend, they have in the market what is called ProMate or ExactMate from Pro Supply. What somebody from the technological system or with the new formulas that this geniuses come from Silicon Valley, what they done is put out in the market this ExactMate, where is a formula where a general contractor is able to bid in this formula and put it transparently for the government and for the customer to see what is he charging for. So this new formula might be something good for the trucking industry. The question is, do we want government involved in this? I don't know if you guys ever thought of a formula that the government can see, that the customer can see, that the carrier can see, and it's a formula that's sold per month, so anybody can see it. But it's a perfect formula. Let's say, for example, the weight, the mileage, the diesel.
You done? Look, Ignacio, I totally agree. A lot of people think they get the misconception that we want more government involved in the supply chain, and the truth is that we really don't. We're only asking them to regulate what's already there and what's been there. We agree with you. We're looking for new ideas. The idea that we have as far as a self-regulatory organization, an SRO, people need to understand what exactly an SRO is. It is not another government agency. I've seen some comments from people, oh, another government agency, government agency, tell us what we can and can't do. It's your agency. An SRO is a self-regulatory organization. You are regulating yourself. So the suggestion that you just made, Ignacio, is exactly what we would implement at this SRO, something like that, where we decide how we want to get paid. We decide what kind of platform we want as an industry, as a whole, all stakeholders, not just brokers or shippers or carriers or insurance. We get together as a whole and we decide what works best for us. And we make rules for the road, and we regulate ourselves. I agree with you. There is a better way to move freight in this country. There is a better way. There is a safer way, and there is a righter way, if that's a word. There is a righter way to move freight in this country. We feel that this idea of an SRO is going to tackle a lot of issues. First of all, right off the bat, it's going to put an end to double brokering. We've got a very, very detailed plan that we're going to roll out, and part of the plan is similar to what you just described. It's based on the financial industry as well, and it works. A universal marketplace where everyone meets and there's full transparency, and it is regulated. And we
Mike,
can
let me ask-
expand on down the road. And, you know, look, I hear where you're going. The problem is the load boards. I hear where you're going, and we realized that very early on. The problem is the load boards. They're not regulated, and there's a lot of fraud going on these load boards. On boards like DAT and Truck Stop, there's nothing but fraud going on these load boards. I lost 10 grand on DAT last year, and I got a middle finger in my face from them. And even as of recently, I got the same response pretty much. And you know, on the one side of their mouth, they say, yeah, we're doing everything to combat fraud. Truck Stop as well, you know, and then the other side, they don't care. And I asked them outright, are you going to do what's necessary? Well, what's necessary? You have to remove the people that pay you every month off of your platform that are facilitating these double brokered loans. Are you willing to take that loss? The answer, quite frankly, is no. So, truthfully, in order to combat double brokering, you got to get rid of the load boards. In my opinion, that's really what you have to do. So, I agree with you. There's a better way to do this, and we are working.
Well, Mike, the SRO, right, would be more representative of the way the makeup of the trucking industry. In other words, there would be a higher percentage of owner operators, because we know that owner operators and small carriers make up 95% of the industry. It would put the power and even it out where the mega carriers are not. It's not a case of the tail wagging the dog where the mega carriers are able to go lobby Congress and get regulations and rules passed to restrict what the owner operators can do, because simply we don't have the power in Washington. We don't have the special interest money. We don't have the political PACs to be able to accomplish that. The SRO would do away with what the problem in the industry is, and that's exactly what I just explained, correct?
You 100% correct, and it's important because, you know, we saw from the hearing just recently with in the House with Robin Hutchinson, when I forget the congressman's name, who said, you know, how could you meet with special interest groups at a private function? Yeah, at a private function. And then make a ruling against truckers after the meeting. You know, this is what we've been saying, and this is exactly what we're talking about here. That's why it's important for us to separate this issue from this particular regulator. Now, you have to keep in mind the FMCSA is still it's still an experiment. Remember, the FMCSA has only been around for about 20 years. The original regulator was there for almost 100 years, the ICC. The real regulator was done away with. They were there for almost 100 years. The FMCSA has only been there for 20 years, more. The jury's still out on them. And their mandate is strictly safety. So we have a whole host of issues that are being ignored by the regulator, who does not have a mandate to regulate those issues. It's not that the FMCSA doesn't care about these issues. They have no mandate to regulate them. We have to do this ourselves. There's no, either the FMCSA needs to be reimagined, or we have to do it ourselves. And look, the financial industry's been doing it themselves since 1939. So I see no problem why I see no reason why the trucking industry couldn't do it themselves as well. And I have we have a ton of information on this, and we know it would work. Ignacio, go ahead, sir. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I'm gonna like in my opinion here, it's gotta be a mass movement. You know, to me, what I envision is Martin Luther King for civil rights. Everything's against him, and he's willing to give his life to for justice for all. This is my vision. This is my strong belief. If you don't have a strong mass movement, nobody's gonna care. I believe you have the power, the platform, the experience to do it. I believe you hit it right on the head when you management. If you manage this well, I believe you have everything you need. I don't know financially because only you know where you stand. But like I said, if you give it to the owner operators and work one project at a time, owner operators like myself that are rooting for the brother out there uh, uh, missing family time and events, I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm passionate about it. The only thing is is there passion in it? Is there loyalty in it? Is it a man selling himself? You know, those things have happened throughout the history of owner operators. So to me, I believe you have a lot of owner operators on the sideline watching to see who's gonna join, what you doing. But you know what? If you give it to the owner operators, for example, this is it's okay to disagree in some things, right? But to me, I didn't agree on parking the trucks because these families are risking their livelihood and not making any more money to bring the bread home. But the money, if they would have brought home and then even donate a little bit to fight the cost, for example, by donating to the cause at the same time that they're feeding their families and making these projects come through. The reason why I'm saying is because I know three identities right now from abroad, investing millions of dollars in new projects to impact the industry. I don't like that because the outside is always hitting the jackpot to benefit from us owner operators. Why not keep it here in the good old USA? Why not keep it with the men that are sweating and crying and wasting every single precious moment away from their family to bring this bread back home? Why not do it ourselves? To me, I'm passionate about it. I believe in you guys, but I believe exactly what you said. It's about management. And you put all these pieces together, you have the people, you have the equipment. All you need to do is put everything together with the passion, with the dedication you do have. That's why you guys got my attention because you have something going on here. But if you don't act, uh, uh, I believe precisely. I believe some people from the outside they're gonna beat you in some angles and some of the projects here that you try to put together. And I believe in patience and doing it right. But with so much experience, I'm gonna speak freely with this. I believe the people out here behind the steering wheel, behind those decks out here, dispatching, picking up loads, brokering, have more experience than the government. Why are we waiting for the government to tell us something we already know? We just need to make a mass movement, and you have the platform. I'll do whatever I can out here in our platform personnel and brainstorm and come up with solutions. I believe one by one, we all come and join you. We all come as a
I think we're losing them.
that brotherhood.
Can you believe in this day and age we don't have better satellite technology to have better connection for people. Can you believe this? You know, Ignacio, I love you and respect you so much, sir. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your so many years of service on the road. And you know, I'm going to think long and hard about everything that you've said here today and take it all in and take it to heart. I agree with you. We do need to take our time and make sure everything is done correctly, but we can't take forever. We have to act. We can't just sit here and ponder it forever. We do have to act, and we are. I'm taking that seriously. What you just said. And we do appreciate everything that you said, and I do appreciate your support. And you and we will speak again. I know Chris has your phone number. I'm going to get it from Chris, and I'm going to give you a call. We're going to talk again, and we're going to work together. If you'd like, I'd like to work with you together on some things that we're working on here at the association, if you're cool with that. Everyone, this is Ignacio Romero. He is the admin and creator of Facebook group Truckers of Past, Present, and Future. This is a very, very large group. He is the admin of a group of 434,000 members. So if you are not familiar with Truckers of the Past, Present, and Future, check it out. Join up, check him out. He came out and met with us personally at the California Trucking Show. He met with Chris and all the guys there. That I did not make it to the California Trucking Show, unfortunately. I will be at the Florida one and at Max. But he did come out and meet with us personally, and we appreciated that. And I appreciate everything that you said tonight. And it's weird because everything you said, we are working on. Believe me when I tell you, we have been working feverishly on it behind the scenes. And I am a big proponent of not announcing things until it actually is sitting here in front of our faces. You know what I mean? I don't want to get people's hopes up and I don't actually have it here. So, many of the things that you spoke about, we are currently working on, and some of them are done and ready to be rolled out, and some of them need a little bit more time, but we're on the same page, Ignacio. That's what I can tell you. We are on the same page, and we've been on that page since the inception of NOAH. We wanted to make that very clear to everyone. We are not an advocacy group. We are a trade organization. We are interested in doing business. We are interested in getting good paying loads for our members. That is our primary focus. We are interested in helping our members grow their businesses and helping them by supporting their businesses. That's a tool for them to have to run their businesses. We have fuel cards, we have tire programs, get you 50% off on tires, trailer rental and leasing, equipment financing, health care, all types of services, legal services, consulting services. You just go down the list. We created this association to be a tool for owner operators. And I am a carrier now, but I was an owner operator. And when I was an owner operator, I needed something like what we created, and it wasn't there. OOIDA wasn't there. It wasn't. That was not for me. That could not help me when I was getting started in this business with one truck. That could not help me. I needed something like what NOAH is. So that was what I wanted to create when I created this. Something that was an all-around tool where I could pick up the phone if I had a question about something concerning trucking and get someone on the line that could advise me and give me help. Not some guy who I met over here who probably doesn't have my best interest at heart telling me to do something that is just the absolute wrong thing to do. And me making thousands of dollars worth of mistakes, trying to learn how to do it right. So that was the idea when I decided to do this. And I grabbed the best people, When I met Jamie, Texas Trucker, he didn't know me from a hole in a wall. I didn't know him. And we got to know each other. And one day I said, we have a carrier division. And he said, yeah, I know. And I said, I want you to run it. And he said, what? I can't do that. I can't do that. I said, well, I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's the way it's going down, bro. I'll talk to you later. Bye. And
that is exactly what he said.
That's the way this worked. When I found Raphael, I said, you're gonna run our bro. That's it. He said, yeah, but Mike, but this, but that. Do me a favor. Send me everything you got, and we'll talk. But you are running you're the head of the broker division. Okay, that's the way it works. When I looked for the best people I could find, not just the best people as far as businesses, but in here, the people that I felt had the best interest of truckers at heart. And Jennifer, who handles our collections, same. John, who handles the broker fraud division, same. Bill, head of advocacy, same. You go down the list. Michael, who heads the compliance division, same. Many people that people don't know who they are. Justin, who handles all of those services. The factoring department, the commercial financing division, the life insurance and health insurance division. All of those little services Justin and his team handle. Dan from the insurance division. Same thing with Dan. Same conversation. So I went down the list and created the association, and all of these people are the foundations of this. It's not just me. All of these people are the foundations of this association. Like Jamie said, there is no possible way an organization as large as this could happen with just someone like me. There is a pyramid of people that have brought their expertise, their time, and their knowledge to this to make it successful. Even people like Chris here, who brings his expertise to the table every once in a while for us, and chimes in. This is a collaborative effort. We are a team. We've come up with the slogan "All in or nothing," and we definitely try our best to stand by that. So I would love to work with you in the future, and I appreciate you being here. And please don't be a stranger. You have an open invitation, sir, to come on the show whenever you'd like. And I know I've been running my mouth, so I will hand the microphone. Chris, you've been quiet up there, bro. Go ahead, man. Take the mic.
You guys pretty much covered it all. I mean, I did put the SOR article that Mike came up with in the Trucker Past, Present, and Future. So check it out, Ignacio. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Oh,
I want to say something real quick on that. Real quick, Ignacio. I don't mean to cut you off. I want to be fully transparent here on the SRO idea. Although I am a member of an SRO and have been a member of an SRO for almost 30 years now, the actual idea of the SRO is not mine. That was actually Jink's idea. He came to me one day and he said, I want to talk to you about this. And he said, do you know anything about it? I said, funny you'd ask. I actually do. And I threw this at him and he said, That's exactly what we need to do. And I said, oh, okay. Well, then if that's the case, I have all of the information for you because I'm actually a member of probably the country's oldest SRO, the FINRA. So it was actually Jake's idea. So I'll park that right there. Ignacio, you go ahead, sir. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I just want to have a disclaimer. I'm not the founder of this page. It is Mario and Margaret, a Polish couple, that put this together. I joined them when they were only at 30,000, and I've been with them, and I'm working with them now. So they're the founders of this page. I don't want to take any credit for that. I just helped them run it, and we've been together for a while now since it was growing. I want to make this clear. But you know what? From my part, I I like the idea. If you can just throw some things at me and I throw some things at you, and in a way, I kind of volunteer on some of the time that I have. If you have some for me to do here to support your cause, for this movement, for all of us, basically for all owner operators. One thing for me, for sure, is that we're going against the government because government is pro mega, and through lobbying, it's been trying to get rid of us. I mean, I don't know if you agree or not, but I'm gonna call it for what it is. It's the passion that keeps us running. It's the generations that keep us moving. Uh, I ran into a guy this week, and he was telling me his family's been running heavy equipment here in California since 1905. I'm gonna have an interview with this guy and his original truck from 1905. Hopefully in this couple of weeks. But there's a lot of blood. There's a lot of culture. There's a lot of history in the owner operator. And I don't know. I'm convinced 100% that the government is not for us through lobbying because mega corporations uh, through this technology, through this new movement of green and innovation, they're trying to get rid of us because mega carriers they want to bank in this market where we ourselves been crying in and sweating in, bleeding in, and I don't believe they will ever get rid of us, but only if we unite. Because one by one they get rid of us. They got rid of a major part of the owner operator with the e-logs and the emissions. Well, they're gonna continue throwing stuff at us so we can eventually give up. If we don't unite now, I believe with this movement that you have going, I don't see how we can ever recover. So to me, that's why with you, I volunteer whatever I can do there for you guys. Let me know. Chris, give me a little heads up out there when he's got some going that he wants us to see. We let him put it up there. But I'm with you guys, But again, I'm a little hesitant because everybody has sold it now. Everybody. I was a 12-year member of the union a while back, and also with all the TA, all this identities have sold out to the government or to money. That's just my belief. I don't sugarcoat things, but I believe you guys being owner operators, you guys having the passion, the vision to do something for all of us together as one. uh, I'm here ready to volunteer as well, for the cause. So whenever you guys want to see what I can bring to the table or the time that I have to offer, uh, I've been serving the community for the younger generations, training them, helping them become owner operators for the past 12 years. So to me, it's still the same thing, giving back to the industry that gave me for so long. But I want to thank you guys for letting me come out here and just speak freely. It feels like a family. I really appreciate your love and support for the owner operator. A lot of us have lost hope. Not me, but I know a lot of brothers have lost hope, have lost direction. So maybe a movement like this will give a little bit of a fresh air into what hope used to be and what the dream used to be and what the true dream of the American man should be. be out there running free, of course, safe and efficient, but running free with no pressure of the law, trying to beat them down and trying to see them lose and competing against all these mega companies with the advantage, you know. But to me, I'm rooting for all of you guys. I'm rooting for the owner operator. I'm rooting for the love of trucking. So thank you once again. And Chris has my phone number. You can get it from him, and I'm available to you guys in whatever I can do for you guys.
Ignacio, thank you so much for being here, sir. I'm going to get your number from Chris off air. I'm going to call him when we get done here. Thank you for being here, and you've got an open invitation. I'm going to get your email address as well, so I could send you invitations when we go live. We go live actually 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So 3 nights a week we go live, and we're also live on Twitter Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So, and Tuesday is a daytime show, 11 a.m. So, you if you want to come on, you're always welcome on any of our platforms, and we really do appreciate you being here. Before you step out, it looks like you got to run, but before you step out, Jamie, did you have something you wanted to say or add to, or say to Ignacio or add to the conversation?
No, I just want to say, brother, we're glad to have you, man. We're all working for the betterment of what we're doing out here, the men and women doing the job. And we're, you know, what I say is come home, you know, because that's what we feel like here is home. We treat each other with respect and dignity, and you know, it's about the little man, about the little man finally being able to get ahead. We've been held down too long. We can do this, brother. That's my message. We can do this.
I like that message. Chris,
Yeah.
anything you'd like to say to Ignacio? I know you guys met at the California Trucking Show. Before we go to some of these comments and then shut it down for last show for 2023.
So I just want to thank Ignacio for coming on. He's very knowledgeable. We've stayed in contact since the truck show. We've talked on the phone a few times. He's very knowledgeable, very helpful. So I think he could bring a lot to the table for us and help
I
us
agree.
with this fight.
I definitely agree. I want to put something up here real quick. Looks like I already covered most of this stuff. Matthew Kane and many of the other comments, but we just have one last one pretty much that came in. Just like Chris did with Ignacio, word of mouth is the best form of marketing. Encourage each other by spreading the word with what Noah is doing and unity. Of course, that is from our very own Blake Alvarez Frost. And I agree. Chris, excellent job. Ignacio, thank you for joining us. RJ, we are going to shut this one down. We actually went an extra hour longer than I was supposed to. So we've been on for 2 hours now. And Carmen, hello. Carmen was supposed to be our special guest on, I believe it was Wednesday, but I don't think we did a show on Wednesday because I had some stuff I had to handle with my family. So I sent her an invite for tonight to see if she could come on, but she was probably busy. That's okay. Carmen's going to be our first special guest for the first show of 2024. She's going to be our very first guest. Hopefully I can get her to be our very, very first guest for the first show of 2024. We've got some more comments coming in here. 100, all good, 100. And hopefully we can get Vivek. Is it Vivek or Vivek? Someone needs to correct me on this. Hopefully we can get Vivek Ramaswamy on our show one day. I have tried to reach out to him and his camp. So has Marlon from Jamie, what is Marlon's new? What is Marlon's new show?
We Are the People. That's the his name is pronounced Vivek. That's
Vivek.
we Are the People is the name of Marlon's new program he's putting on.
Marlon from We Are the People has also tried to reach out to Vivek Ramaswamy, nickname Ram, the Ram. Anyone out there who, if you run into the Ram, please let him know that we'd like him to come on Noah Live or one of our Twitter spaces if he can. Ignacio, thank you, sir. You are a gentleman. Thank you for being here. We are working on all of those issues. As I said, everything takes time. I think you're going to be impressed in the short term, and in the long term, you're going to be very happy with what we produce. I'm not going anywhere. And as you can see, I have a group of people behind me that I think are not going to let me go anywhere. And if I do go somewhere, they're going to pick up the mantle. So they are right beside me. So I'm not going anywhere. We like Jamie said, we all collaborate on these things together, and we're all in this together. We're all in and nothing. And look who is here. We've got Miss Carmen Love here. Are you there, Carmen?
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
I think we're doing well, but I think the question is, how are you doing? How have you been?
I'm doing better. I'm doing much better. I
Thank God.
got a good report from my last doctor's visit, and brain function is almost back to normal. Um, my reflex, takes me a few minutes. Sorry, guys. My reflexes and reactions and things like that are almost back to normal. I'm blessed, Mike. I'm blessed to be here. And it's been a journey. It was a lot at one time, but man, I made it through it with you guys and everyone back out there supporting me and praying for me. I am here today because of that and because of my children and my family and God. So I'm doing good.
You know what, Carmen? You are such a nice person, and I personally am so thankful for you. I got a question. Did your son just get married?
He did.
Was that
Yes,
you dancing with your son in that video?
that was.
That was you. I was like, who's that young lady dancing with the groom? Wow, uh, that was great, and it was so nice to see. And I'm glad you're doing well. We were very concerned with you. Hey, there you go. I'm glad you were doing well. We were very concerned. I made many inquiries. I did send you some messages, but I understood why you couldn't respond back. And Jamie, Mr. Anderson,
Yes, sir.
we have
How you
Miss
doing,
Carmen
Carmen?
Love has joined us, and hopefully she will join us again to be our first guest for 2024. Did you have
We love
anything
you,
you
Carmen.
Absolutely.
Jamie?
I love you guys. I do. I love you guys so much. Oh my gosh. I tell you, this has been a wonderful journey. I'm grateful I've met each and every one of you in my life. Let's do it. Stay on mission and let's get this shit done.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we've
Ignacio,
come along. We've come a long way, Carmen. We've come a long way, honey, and I'm glad you come through your stuff all right. And you got you a new house yet after your house burned down, or how's your living arrangements?
Man, they feel like, man, it's a lot. It is so much going on, but my house is total loss. Uh, Lost everything in it. Insurance companies are no fun. Um, so I'm just starting over. I'm starting over. I'm not going to even attempt to go back to the area. It's a very painful situation. The majority of my father's belongings, actually all of them, my son that passed away, his stuff was in there. A lot of memorial things that I'll carry in my heart forever. Just things that I wish had not happened, but it did. And God just, He doesn't give us more than we can't handle. So I'm going to do a fresh start, and it may be a journey, but I'll get there. I feel like I'm starting over again.
Well, we're praying
Well,
for you, Carmen.
here's the thing, Carmen. We understand starting over again, but you're not starting over again alone.
I'm
You
not.
have 42,000 people behind you pulling for you. I am one of them. And Noah appreciates you, and we love you, and we are here for you. And we appreciate everything you're doing behind the scenes for truckers. Not just the ones that are members of NOAA, but for every single trucker in this country. This woman is advocating for you. You probably don't know it, but she has been in contact with Donald Trump and many other influential people talking about truckers and advocating for truckers. So there you have it. Many people out there watching this probably don't know this, but she has been doing that behind the scenes. And that's one of the things we want to bring to your attention too, Ignacio. We are a very large organization. We have a wide reach, and we are talking to people in government every day that make the laws and the rules that regulate truckers. And it's not just truckers. It's not just people like me, Jamie, Chris. It's people like Carmen who are not truckers that just care about truckers, that are speaking to influential people on all of our behalves. And this is what we've created, and we're very proud of it. And I just want to let you know that there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of good people behind this movement. I got a couple of things I want to say really quickly. So someone said 1,000. Oh, that was what is that? That's a lot of zeros there. So I'm going to go ahead and say that is 100,000. I think. Yeah, RJ says 100,000, and I want to thank Mr. Justin Stone. It looks like he's owed a congratulations, Jamie. Mr. Justin Stone. He's starting a new position as a winch truck operator at Pate Trucking Co. Inc. So
Congratulations,
send
Justin.
congratulations. Justin is our oil field truck driver, our oil field expert, trucking expert. So
Well, can I say something right there real quick? I think he's done the smart thing, Mike, because we know that the winch truck and the heavy truck drivers that operate them services, it's a specialty niche, and there's really good money in it. I think that's smart.
Good money is smart. I agree. I don't know anything about winch trucking or what Justin does. I do know he works in an oil field, and I do know he's cool people. And congratulations, Justin, on your new job, and I hope everything works out for you. Happy and healthy and safe New Year. And for everyone here, I'm going to go around the room and give final words to everyone. But we're going to start. Chris disappeared. I guess he fell out of his seat or something. He disappeared. Jamie, I'm going to start with you then, and then we'll go to Ignacio, and then we'll give Carmen the final word. So, go ahead, Jamie.
Well, we've had a good year, y'all. We've had a lot of positives. We've overcome the negatives. We've broken the narrative. We've regained some control what's being put out, which was the falsehoods that was being put out. Now there's truth actually hitting the ground where people can see it, and we've gained the momentum that we needed. I want Mike, real quick. Did you see this where they're reopening the new entrant safety assurance process for comments? Have you seen that?
I didn't know it was closed.
Well, yeah, it was put down in 2009, but let me read this real quick. U.S. Department of Transportation's Fall Unified Regulatory Agenda plans to publish an advance notice of proposed rulemaking in July of 2022 concerning the new safety assurance process rulemaking. Would consider methods for ensuring a new applicant carrier is knowledgeable about the applicable safety requirements before being granted new entry authority. So they're trying. It seems like they're coming back and trying to put some bars on entry, trying to raise the bar on
Is that your
entry.
microphone, bro?
It may be.
I think it's Chris. Man, I think Chris walked away and left his window open or something. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Somebody's got a breeze going. No, it was Chris. Go ahead, Jamie. He's on his
Anyway,
head.
anyways, it looks like they're trying to raise the bar on new entries and require that they have the knowledge applicable to safety. So it's a move in the right direction. You know what I mean? Because we've always said the bar of entry is way low. So maybe they're getting the message and raising the bar.
Listen, I hear you. We'll definitely make that a topic of conversation in 2024. Thank you, Jamie, for bringing that up. But there's a couple of issues with that. Number one, it goes against the Motor Carrier Act of 1980. Motor Carrier Act of 1980 strictly states that there should be no barrier to entry and no type of litmus test or any type of testing before you can be granted authority. It has very strict, it has very clear process on how to get an authority. So I'd like to see that happen. I don't think it will, but I'd like to see it happen. And if it doesn't, we are proposing our SRO, as we said. But yeah, I hear you. Thank you for bringing that up. And you're right. We have made some great strides.
Well, this might be the first step in the process or down the path of repealing or amending the Motor Carrier Act of 1980, which we've been putting out there for damn near a year.
100. As RJ said, 100,000, sir. Chris, we thought you fell out of your seat and maybe passed out or something, but I'll roll back to you. And then I will take the final word. Go ahead, Chris. Final thoughts here, bro.
I really don't have anything.
Oh God. It's something.
You know, keep the rates up. Like I said, these brokers got 1,000, if not more, in each load.
Hey,
so keep those rates up.
Hey, Matt Dull is here. Ixnay on the broker talk nay. Oh, however that goes. Let's keep it down on the. We got a broker watching. Ixnay on the broker's low life game or whatever. Matt.
I'm not saying that's a low life. I'm just saying.
Nah, Matt's cool, people. Let's go ahead to Chris. Thank you, sir. Absolutely right. Everybody, 2024, keep the rates up. Just say no. No cheap freight. Haggle. You don't have to take the posted rate. Haggle. Matt wants to point out that he is an ex-broker. Does not matter. Once you're tainted with being a broker, you're a broker, sir. Stop trying to lose the moniker. Ex-broker, broker, you're a broker. Go ahead, Ignacio. You have the floor, sir. Final words, man.
Yeah, you know what? I have love and respect for everybody in this market, including brokers. Just share briefly why I'm saying this. There was a broker that was owing us, I believe, $1,800 for a small little load, anyways, we're gonna file against his bond. He finally decided to call me directly. He explained to me that he was in the hospital because he was having some anxiety, some heart issues, and asked him what's going on. Are you okay? He said, well, you know what? Past 2 years, I was making 12 million. 2 years before this year, I was up to 6 million. Now everybody's calling me to pay them. I lost it all, and my girlfriend abandoned me. My workers abandoned me. So I'm out here with all these bills. So you know what, brother? I had to talk to him for about 2 hours, pray with him, try to give him words of encouragement because it was sad. Because it doesn't matter what side you're in, because we all still try to make a living. We all try to uh, uh, learn from our mistakes, and in good faith, we're all in this together. So for me, I don't care who you are. If you're involved in this industry, I wish you the best. But also, if you're doing the right things, whether you're a broker, driver, carrier, factory, and insurance, God bless you. We love you, and thank you for your honesty. And the snakes that are damaging the industry, whether it's a carrier, broker, insurance, whoever it is damaging this industry, shame on you, because we all have to go home and feed our kids, our bring the daily bread to our families, and you're either making this industry a better industry, or worse industry. So to me, I judge by character, not by blanket statements. So I just want to share this story with you, because when I was talking to this young man, he was 31 years old, discouraged, wanted to end it all. Just remember, we all try to figure out, we all make mistakes. And this young man, a broker and a carrier, praying together, encouraging one another to make this a better world. Uh, Also, the last thing, I was over in South Central LA talking to some of the old timers there from that event with Reginald Denning. I was playing with the idea of trying to make an event of reconciliation for that terrible event with Reginald Denning. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to bring some of the community, some of the church members, maybe to find reconciliation of the tragic event, into bringing healing to the trucking industry as well. I leave that in your hands so you can think about it. And maybe next time we talk, you tell me if it's a good idea or a bad idea. Thank you for your time, guys. Love you guys.
You know, Ignacio, that is a very big one. The Reginald Denny incident. I personally think it's a good idea, but I absolutely do not speak to everyone who actually saw that on TV. I think that what you just mentioned is a very good idea. I think it does need some sort of response, and yeah, I'm very interested in working with you on that. It's been a long time, and yeah, it should be addressed. So yes, I think it's something to definitely look into. We'll definitely work with you on that. If you want to go ahead and follow up on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Carmen, you get the final word as promised. The final word is yours for the last show of 2023.
Ah man, I'm honored. I'm very honored. So thank you. I'd like to start off by saying God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for everything that you do and have done and continue to do. I am honored to be on this journey with you all, and I've learned so much. And remaining humble and just grateful to be here with amongst y'all. Um, I would also like to throw out there, I have reached out to Mark Robinson in North Carolina. He's running for the governor in the next race against Roy Cooper. And so I've reached out to him about Noah, and he has contacted me back, Mike. So I would love to get with you about that, possibly getting some insight on where he stands with that and so forth. But I think Mark Robinson is a great man, and I think you would enjoy conversation with him and see. I know you'll love where he stands with the truckers.
Okay.
And also, I just want to say, anything I can do, y'all always know I'm here. Make sure we register as voters. If you have any questions, please let me know. It's important we get our voters registered. Our truckers need to be registered. If you're not registered, please let Mike know, and I can give him my contact information, or you can come on Facebook and find me, or my number. I can put my cell number up on the site or anything like that. I'm not working. I don't work right now, so I have a lot of time. I can't. I let go of my job, so I have a lot of time. So I'm willing to do anything I can to get this going and keep it moving. We have come a long way since I've been with you guys, and I'm excited as far as we've come, the work that's been put in, and how we've all joined forces together and in unity. I just want to say, God bless you. I love you. Happy New Year. And may the new year bless each and every one of you. God bless America and our truckers.
Thank you, Carmen. And thank you for making that connection. Yes, I would be happy to meet with him. And we really do appreciate you and your family. And thank you so much for all that you do. And she is correct. Everyone, you do need to register to vote, especially this year, next year. It's very important. If that's exactly what Carmen does. So if you're not registered to vote, she can help you get registered to vote. This is what she does. So if you need to, let us know, and we will put you in touch with Carmen so she can walk you through the process and help you do that. It is very important, especially in 2024. Look, this attack on Reginald Denny happened in 1992. So a lot of people in the business right now probably were not in the business then, or maybe don't remember what happened. I absolutely do. It was a response to the Rodney King beating, and some people, Ignacio, probably weren't even alive then, that are driving right now. So you have to refresh some people's memories, and then there are older guys like us that do remember it and were watching it happen unfold live on TV back then. This is something that I think is important and probably does need to be addressed. So we're more than happy to work with you on that. Look, I'm not going to stand here and talk everyone's ear off. It's getting late, and this is the end of the year, and everyone knows what happened this year. We've had a tumultuous year. It's been a roller coaster. It's been full of ups and downs. We've gotten, knocked down, and we got back up, and we got no support in the beginning from government, and then towards the end, they actually, reached out and said, "What can we do for you?" They literally picked up the phone and said, "All right, what can we do for you?" You know what I mean? And it was amazing. And I don't want everyone out there to stop hoping. Don't stop hoping, and don't stop dreaming of a better transportation industry, because it is possible. We are making connections. We are speaking to the right people. This year we made it all the way to the White House Supply Chain Disruptions Committee, which got right to the president. So we are making connections. We are getting to the right people. We are speaking to the right people. We're in Washington every day lobbying, and we're not going anywhere. And we've announced our mission for next year, the SRO, the expansion of the insurance program and the insurance division, the GOT Truckers Act, we're going to be focusing on, and a whole host of other issues. And we want everyone to just stay positive. We thank you all for your support and everything that you've done over the last year. I want to say a special thank you to Blake's and her family. Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a happy, safe, and healthy New Year. A special thank you to everyone who is here tonight and everyone who couldn't be here. John, Bill, I know you're home with your family. You've been out on the road for a long time, and you're finally home. Merry Christmas, Bill. Happy New Year. Everyone over at MAGA Mission, Marlon and John, Marlon over there.
We are
Just so many people. Yeah, we are the people. John from We Are the People now. Just so many people. We appreciate all of you. And if you go away with anything tonight from this show, just know that if you sent a text message to us, sent an email, made a phone call to a congressman or senator, if you're a paid member of the association, or if you're not a paid member of the association and you just sent a word of support or whatever the case may be, just know that you contributed to this success this year. You are a contributor in the enforcement of transparency in everything that happened this year. Just know that you helped. This was a team effort. It was a group effort, and we got it done, and we are going to continue to get it done. Thank you all for an amazing 2023, and I look forward to next year, 2024. Merry Christmas, everyone, and have a happy and safe New Year. And we will see you on Wednesday, January 3rd, for our first show of 2024. And Carmen, I hope you can be our first special guest. Ignacio, please, if you can make it, please come back and on the 3rd. And everyone, have a happy New Year. Thank you all.
Mike,
Yep, go ahead.
Mike, all in or nothing, 2024.
All in or nothing, 2024. Exactly right.
2024 is our year.
Yes,
That's right.
and we will see you all on the other side. Thank you. I will put everyone's comments up as we close out the show. Thank you all for being here. Good night.
Everybody be safe over the weekend and New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.